The three worst animes I've ever watched was Black Clover, Fire Force, and One Punch Man, because all of them have this great animation, but one of the most simplistic, corny ass stories I've ever seen of any anime. Okay. Look, so I'm not happy whatsoever. So in this one video I made about like last month or almost 2 months ago, I made a Fire Force video. I said in that video, my top three worst anime I ever watched was Black Clover, One Punch Man, and Fire Force. I said specifically why I didn't like these series because these were series that had high quality animation with one of the worst stories out there, and people are gassing up like this is the best thing they ever seen, but it was never authentic, right? You know what I'm saying? And I'll send the video. My worst fear is if all three of these anime came back around the same time. And guess what just happened a couple days ago? Black Clover just got announced last season. I thought Black Clover was done. I thought it was done. I thought it was over, man. I thought it was over. I thought it was over. My worst fears come back to light. These last couple years have been so peaceful. Peaceful. Man, yeah, man. I knew something was wrong with, dude. I knew something was up when Fire Force came back out the blue. I was like, no one asked for Fire Force season 3. No one asked for this for the last couple years, and it just came back. I know people have been wanting a One Punch Man season 3 for years, but essentially, if One Punch Man was ever so quote unquote famous, they would have got season 3 some years ago. So in these last couple years, I've always said they're never getting no season 3 because like it's just not that good as season 3. And now it's getting to season 3. And now Black Clover is coming back. What y'all doing? Why? My worst fears come back. This is not no big trio. This is the big trash. And I'm explaining why I don't like none of these series. Number one is One Punch Man. I think I said this multiple times on my channel. One Punch Man is basic as hell. I remember back in 2015, everyone was hyping up this anime like it was the next Dragon Ball Z. This was the first anime I've seen that had superheroes in it. So I thought to myself, this better be cold like Dragon Ball Z. It was animated by Madhouse. It looked so cold. The concept of a man beating you in one punch. Essentially, it's kind of like Iron Fist, but a lot more OP, right? So yeah, I was hyped. I didn't watch it until like 2020, so like 5 years later, which is kind of crazy though, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But after a while, I watched myself. I was disappointed. I was mad disappointed. Like it was the most disappointed I felt in my life. Now I don't know why I waited so long to watch this series. Essentially, because I heard about it and I was busy with other things like gaming and sports and school and all that stuff, right? So I wasn't. I was on anime, but not too much back in the day. So eventually, until 2020 came, I was into anime. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna watch One Punch Man. About time, right? I watched it. Boom, boom, boom. I the face of disappointment was big with me. And I view this as the worst anime I've ever seen because it tricked me. Because all the clips I'm seeing, all the people from RCD World and everybody else saying Saitama this, Saitama that, just for him to be the most basic character that I don't like. This guy is it can't get worse than that. I think Luffy could be a better character than this guy. It's just why is he so overpowered? It makes no sense for doing 100 push-up squat for what, a year or two, for what 5 years or whatever. Come on, bro, are you serious? That's gonna be the most. And some people actually take this stuff seriously. They want to do this every day, like what Saitama's doing, bro. You're not gonna be. I mean, sure, that's cool workout exercise, but bro, you need your rest and reps, and you're not gonna turn super strong like this person right here. This is fiction. It's fiction. Even with the manga, right? Yeah, with the manga though too. Everybody talks about the anime, or the artwork, never the story. I don't know what's going on with the One Punch Man story because everyone's talking about how this looks cold, this looks cool. This guy is a cold person with the pen. What about the story? I hate when people always talk about the artwork, never the story. Same with anime, the animation, never story. Story is what matters. Story is how you intrigue people. One Punch Man cannot intrigue nobody. It can't. Essentially, I want to call this series a plant, but at the same time, though, no one's going to tune into this anime because it's simply just not that. So I can't even call it a plant. They tried to make it a plant, it just didn't work. The plant died down. They fed it all that water just for it to drown itself. So essentially, this series, it getting brought back, this is forced. It's forced. It's hella forced. But it's trash anyway. So this is one of those trash that some of the or one of the raccoons took out of the trash can to go eat. Essentially, that's pretty much it though. So that's it. I'm not really worried about the series all too much. I'm just like I'm surprised that these three series that I don't like are coming around the same time at one of the worst moments in anime right now in history because we're at an anime burnout right now, and they brought back the three worst series I've seen into the spotlight. Now for number two is Black Clover. Now I talked about Black Clover a lot on this channel, but Black Clover is the most unoriginal anime story I've ever seen in my lifetime. Whoever thinks Asta is an inspirational character is got to be delusional. I think this is the biggest delusional fan of anime. Asta is not an inspirational character. He's copying Naruto out of all people, who essentially is copying Rock Lee, and he made him worse. How is Asta the most inspirational character? He's not even an underdog. He's the one of the most overpowered characters in the series. He's half magic. You're right, he has anti-magic. It's still fucking magic. It's still the same thing. He still has the most powerful Five Clover book, right? So, right? This guy has the most overpowered book in the series. How can you guys say this guy is an underdog? I hate when they do this with shonen underdog stories. They can never get it right. They can't get it right not once. I don't understand. I just don't understand it. Black Clover, I'm telling you, is copycat the anime. If it was a comedy, I get it, but people really take this anime seriously. They really do. And I watched all of Black Clover for 3 days straight. And I'm telling you, the only thing that I can remember is the elf arc and towards the end. That's it. I don't remember most of the beginning or the middle, like 40 episodes, 50 episodes, 60 episodes, and I don't remember that. But I do remember that there's just one character in the show who's a creep towards his own sister, who gets a nosebleed towards his own sister, who's a little freaking kid. And how in the world could you, as an anime fan, even like this series, knowing there's a character who gets a hard on and is busting a nut? Because you know in anime they nosebleed. That means he's busting a nut towards his own little sister. But we bash that little grape-headed little dude in My Hero, but we don't bash this guy in Black Clover. Come on, y'all. This has got to be a joke. So Black Clover fans are not only delusional, but they're weird and creepy. You'd be like, well, no, we don't claim that guy. But how could you like a series with a character like this in it? Why would you want to watch Black Clover? Wherever you need in Black Clover, you can literally find in My Hero and in Naruto. You're not missing on nothing in Black Clover. Oh, it's got magic. Go watch some Isekai. Come on, bro. The only time I've seen Black Clover get popular is off that one image, off that orange hair girl with the green eyes. of like a little titty popping out. Yeah, that's the only reason why I see Black Clover get popular on Twitter, talking about, oh, this really happened in anime. What? That didn't happen in anime. Even I watched it. That never happened. Oh shit. Yeah, bro. Come on, man. And then the characters too, man. The characters just suck. Yami to whoever, all of them suck. Even the fan service characters in the show, they suck. Then that anime is not good. That entire anime is not good. I don't know who gaslighted this manga to become an anime. And I don't know who agreed in Shonen Jump to allow someone to copy off of one of their biggest series to get popular. This is pure fraud. But it seems like Shonen Jump loves to do that. Like even for Naruto, Kishimoto said his big three inspiration for Naruto was Bladed Immortal, Dragon Ball, and Hunter x Hunter. That dude copied 3 10 out of 10 stories and damn near still messed up. But for Black Clover, you inspired off of Naruto, which copied another series, Bleach, who copied some more series, and even My Hero in a certain case. What are we doing here? Come on, guys, what are we doing here? So Black Clover itself, this is one of the most unoriginal stories I've ever seen get animated. I'm surprised they didn't just lead us with the manga. And I don't know anybody who talks about Black Clover manga. Nobody on this face of the planet is talking about or even owns a Black Clover manga. I've seen one guy say he's read the manga, but even he says he's behind on it. So no one's tuning in weekly on this manga. Whatever it is. So man, I'm not trying to hear that from this series, man. Black Clover is bad. Probably one of the worst things I've ever seen. And then for Fire Force, I made a whole video on this, so I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but Fire Force is only being talked about because of the fan service, because of Takumi with her ass out, and because of sound effects. That's it. And now recently I'm seeing people post about, oh, this episode where Shinra sees the real world is amazing. What? That's it? That's all y'all talk about the whole season. Y'all, that's it. That's it. Man, this Fire Force, yeah, fire dumpster, man. Come on now. They even showed a clip. They showed the same 2 images. If I can find these 2 images and show y'all know what I'm talking about, especially on Twitter. But yeah, that's it, man. Come on, right? Are y'all serious? The fact is that people are hyped for these 3 to come out around each other. Like they're the next big 3. These are the next big trash, man. I'll tell y'all. They are. They are. Fire Force is one of the worst animes I ever watched. I wish I could take my time back. Like, literally, that's the only series I've watched I can take my time back on. I could just went on YouTube and watched the overview of it. To be honest. To be honest. Come on, man. And for Black Clover, she didn't even reach damn near over 100 episodes. I don't, my gosh, how can y'all allow that to happen? And then One Punch Man, oh my goodness gracious. Whoever written One Punch Man, he also wrote Mob Psycho. You see how Mob Psycho had a season 3, but One Punch Man didn't? Exactly. And I think essentially, just for One Punch Man, it's just a series that it's a forced thing they try to force upon the people. Like, I can't believe it's 10 years later and we're still trying to get One Punch Man. It's been 10 years since it came out. Y'all still want One Punch Man after y'all let it die. It's pretty much like no one wanted it. Like, no one wants to see season 3. We all know it's going to be the same thing. Who wants to see One Punch Man? So this is what I'm saying. So yeah, the big trash are back, and it's my worst nightmare for anime right now. But right now, anime's in a burnout, so I guess they're desperate. But at the same time, though, nobody's gonna tune into these animes week by week by week by week by week. And if it does get talked about, it's gonna be talked about for like 2 moments at best. That's it, man. It can't get, to me, it can't get no worse than this. It can't. It can't. And to me, that's just facts right there.